Once again, good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for joining us here today for Eco Business's third Indonesia edition of Unlocking Capital for Sustainability, Integrating Sustainable Finance, a Nation in Transition, here in Jakarta, Indonesia, and our second ever in-person event here in Indonesia. Today's Unlocking Capital for Sustainability conversation also marks the first in our series of Unlocking Capital events taking place across the region, where this will be followed by Malaysia in July, the Philippines in August, Singapore and China in September, and capping it off with Thailand in October. My name is Karina Basrewan, news anchor at C Today News, Indonesia's first English-speaking news channel, and co-founder at Climate Starts with C, a weekly newsletter that encourages climate action throughout Southeast Asia. And I'm extremely delighted to be your host and MC today. Unlocking Capital for Sustainability, now in its 7th year, is the region's premier event that brings together high-level decision makers in finance, business, government, and civic society. Organized by Eco Business in partnership with the United Nations Environment Programme Finance Initiative, this forum specifically discusses and recommends actionable initiatives that mobilize the capital markets for sustainable development. As the region's premier independent media and business intelligence company dedicated to sustainable development and ESG performance, I am pleased on behalf of Eco Business to be welcoming you today. And before we kick off the event today, I'd like to thank all our partners without whom this event would not have been possible. And so with that, we'd like to extend a thank you to the United Nations Environment Programme Finance Initiative, strategic partner of the Jakarta Investment Festival 2024 Siemens Energy, our supporting partner, OCBC, Knowledge and Outreach Partners, that is Center for Asian Philanthropy and Society, the CAPS, International Finance Cooperation, the IFC, and the Asia Investor Group on Climate Change, the AIGCC. I would like to thank all of you, our guests, colleagues, and partners on this essential journey towards sustainability for being here, and would like to encourage you to engage with our discussion by taking part in our polls, chat boxes, and interactive Q&A that will come online throughout the sessions today. There will also be a networking session at the very end of this event, so we do hope you'll be able to stay for that and meet some of the incredible people who are in the room today. We have a few housekeeping items to go through before we start. You will find it at 2 QR codes on the badges on your lanyard. One links to our program, and the other is for your commute. Please take a minute now to scan this QR code and let us know how you came to this event so that Eco Business can take this into account in its carbon emissions accounting. Our hashtags, of course, for this event are hashtag Unlocking Capital, hashtag UCFS 2024, hashtag EB Conversations, and if you are on social media, do tag us at EcoBusiness, UNEPFI, and our partners too to get the best reach for your points of view. All right, before we go into our fruitful discussions this afternoon, we have prepared a video giving an overview of Unlocking Capital for Sustainability 2024. So without further ado, please do sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Leaders must lead. No more hesitancy, no more excuses, no more waiting for the others to move first. There is simply no more time for them.
I hope you enjoyed the video and feel sufficiently prepared to engage on some of the most pressing issues of our time. And without further ado, I would now like to invite to the stage Eco Business Director of Partnerships, Megan C., for her opening address.
Thank you everyone for being here today. I'd like to extend a huge warm welcome to all of our guests who took the time to be with us this afternoon. We are very thrilled to be here to be able to host this Thought Leadership Forum in person here at the Ritz-Carlton Mega Kuningan in partnership with the Jakarta Investment Festival 2024. As Karina mentioned, this is our third Indonesia edition and second time in person here in Jakarta for the Unlocking Capital for Sustainability series, which focuses on mobilizing capital for sustainable development in Asia, and we are always so excited to be here. Today, we gather to discuss an important and critical topic, Asia's path to decarbonization and the pivotal role of Indonesia in this journey. Indonesia, responsible for nearly 2% of global emissions, stands as the third largest coal producer in the world and a major consumer of fossil fuel, which accounts for 43% of the country's energy mix. This nation, rich in natural resources, now finds itself at a crossroads. While the Indonesian government has pledged to phase out the country's entire fleet of coal-fired power stations by 2050, the road ahead remains fraught with challenges, with the country's reliance on coal for both domestic energy and economic revenue presenting significant obstacles to its energy transition. Coal accounts for approximately 60% of Indonesia's electricity generation, making it a deeply entrenched component of the national energy mix. The coal industry also provides substantial employment and economic benefits, particularly in regions where alternative livelihoods are limited. Transitioning away from coal will require not only massive investments in renewable energy infrastructure, but also comprehensive economic development, restructuring to support affected communities and industries. There are also technical and financial barriers in scaling up renewable energy capacity, such as the need for improved grid infrastructure, energy storage solutions, and investment in new technologies. And if all those don't already prove challenging enough, there are also political and regulatory challenges, including the need for consistent and supportive policy to ensure energy policies align with broader economic and social goals. Topping up all these is the volatile global energy market, no doubt also because of the geopolitical climate, that all add layers of complexity to Indonesia's energy transition efforts. But despite these challenges, we know we must keep working against the status quo. Indonesia feels the severe impacts of climate change. For one, the sinking city of Jakarta, because of land subsidence, rising sea levels, and intense rainfall, shows why our mission is urgent. Globally, we have witnessed devastating climate-related events in recent years. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said at a press conference last year that the era of global warming has ended and the era of global boiling has arrived. And I'm sure we all can sadly agree with this. In 2023 alone, Asia experienced record-breaking heat waves, with temperatures in some regions soaring above 50 degrees Celsius. These extreme temperatures not only disrupt daily life, but also threaten food security and water availability across the continent. In Indonesia, climate change has manifested through more frequent and severe natural resources. The devastating floods in Jakarta in early 2021 affected over 30,000 lives and caused significant economic losses, and more recently, the heavy rainfall in Sumatra triggered flooding and landslides on Mount Merapi, affecting more than thousands of people. The increasing intensity of these events underscores the urgent need for comprehensive climate action. Despite all that, there are promising signs of progress. Recent investments in renewable energy projects are gaining momentum, with significant expansions in solar and wind power capacity. Public and private sectors are increasingly collaborating to innovate and drive the renewable energy market forward. Indonesia's rich geothermal resources also present a unique opportunity to diversify its energy mix. Apart from its huge renewable energy capacity, Indonesia is also home to some of the world's most diverse ecosystems, from the rainforests of Sumatra and Borneo to the coral reefs of the Coral Triangle. And protecting this incredible biodiversity while advancing renewable energy initiatives can create synergistic benefits, supporting conservation efforts and sustainable development simultaneously. And this is why we are here today, to explore how Indonesia can lead this region's fight against climate change, where we will delve into the nation's complexities of achieving a just energy transition while maintaining economic stability and protecting its natural resources and biodiversity. Discussing innovative solutions and insights with the objective of collaborating on strategies to support Indonesia in this monumental task. With that, thank you so much once again for being here, and I'm very much looking forward to the afternoon with all of you.